show you guys how to transform it into an audiobook if you want, and that could actually help you make more sales, because some people are gonna wanna not read. Like me, I do not like reading. I don't read for anything. Even if you pay me to read, I won't read. I will only read when I have exams and all. And at this point in my life, I don't take exams. I left school. So at this point right now, we're done with step one. And I believe that at this point, you, number one, know what digital products are. Number two, you understand what the different types of digital products are, right? So that is the goal of module number one. And if you have any questions, like I said, you can always ask me in the comments if you're watching this on YouTube, or you can send an email to me on any of the landing pages that you're going to be seeing this video on right there. So literally, there's no excuse for you to not understand this. If you have any questions, ask. I'm going to be replying to everybody. So at this point right now, we're going to go ahead and move on to the second module of this course, which is where we're then going to go ahead and do proper market research and idea validation right here. So here in module 2, I'll teach you the market research and idea validation strategies that I use to actually go into the market and look for, okay, what are people searching for, so that you can know what to create for the people, and then go ahead and validate that idea with another tool to actually make sure that, okay, people are literally searching for these things right here. So how we do that is we're going to use AI, because normally in the old days, you would go onto Google and start brainstorming. But nowadays, you can just ask AI. So now we're going to use ChatGPT. And if you don't know how to access ChatGPT, just go to chat.openai.com. You can see it right here. So you just go there and create an account, and you're going to get access to this page that I'm on right now. So when you're here on ChatGPT, what you can do is you can go ahead and ask ChatGPT, hi, ChatGPT, can you please give me a list of ebook ideas that are in high demand right now, right? Put a question mark and hit enter. And when you do this, what's going to happen is that ChatGPT right here is going to create a whole lot of things for us right here. So it's still creating. And now that it's done, it gives us 10 things right here. So you can see it says health and wellness, right? So it says holistic health practices, mental health and mindfulness, healthy eating and recipes, fitness for busy lifestyles, introduction to coding for beginners, right? Data science and analytics, cybersecurity. So a lot of ideas right here, but these ideas here to me are kind of generic. So I'm going to take a different approach right now, and I'm going to go ahead and tell ChatGPT something like, what are pain points that people have in life? Give me a list right there. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to find more creative things that we can help people solve through an ebook, and probably turn it to an audiobook and then sell it to people right there. So you can see right here that, okay, parenting struggles. Now you can see we're getting some things that are kind of making sense. We're getting parenting struggles, balancing work and family, parenting challenges at different life stages right here, loss and grief, death of a loved one, death, loss of a job, business, coping with major life changes right here, lack of self-confidence, education challenges, academic pressure, career uncertainty. So you can look at all these things right here. So these are things right here that people are actually going through. So the one that I can actually see right here right now that I think I like is this one that says addiction and substance abuse, right? Gambling or behavioral addiction, seeking recovery or support right here. So I'm going to actually go ahead and go with this one, because I feel like creating something that is going to help people try to stop their addiction would sell. But at the same time, I'm kind of having doubts, because I'm feeling like people who are into gambling, they might not want to tell themselves that, okay, I need a book, because they might actually go deeper and deeper into gambling. They actually want to do it. They don't want to stop right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and brainstorm. I'm going to go ahead and dig deeper into, for example, this parenting one right here. So I want to go ahead and copy this keyword right here, and I'm going to go to ChatGPT again. I'm going to paste the keyword. I'm going to see, give me ebook ideas for parenting struggles that will sell very well right there. So we're using AI to think right here, and AI is literally better at thinking because it is just better at thinking. Just that when it's done thinking, it's gonna mostly think out generic stuff for you. So it's now left for you to take what it's done and add your own mind to it to further modify it and get it to the point where it's gonna be perfect and superb for you right here. So at this point, you can see what it looks like. You can see that it's giving me some titles right here. So it says navigating parenthood in digital age, balancing act, mastering work-life balance, raising resilient kids, building emotional strength in the face of adversity, parenting teens, navigating the turbulent years, right here, the sleep struggle, right here, sibling rivalry solutions, parenting solo, positive discipline. So a lot of things right here, right now. So another angle you can go to find markets right here is you could literally go ahead and think of a problem right here. Just say what are societal and personal problems that people are ashamed of talking about in public. Because when you're selling things that people are ashamed of, you're going to be making way more sales, right? When you're making those kind of things, for example, how to quit porn addiction, for example, how to stop masturbation, for example, how to know all those kind of topics that people are ashamed of, how to stop lust, all those things that people are ashamed of talking about in public, you can literally make mind-blowing sales because people are going to buy it in secret. They don't want anybody to know. They're going to buy it in secret. They're going to go ahead and, okay, let me read this thing and see if I can actually save myself. So that is it right here. So literally looking at this right here, you can see that by asking ChatGPT that right here, it just gave me some ideas. It says bipolar disorder, addiction and substance abuse, the same thing, sexual health. So you can see sexual health, infertility, sexual transmitted infections, relationship issues. Now you can see that we're getting a whole lot of ideas that you could literally take up and actually create something about. So I'm sure that if you make a book about infertility, that a lot of people are going to buy that book because infertility is something that literally worries people a lot. It worries ladies so much. It even worries the men, the husbands involved. No, it literally is a very, very bad situation because you're going to probably be going through a lot of mental struggles. You're going to be asking yourself, am I going to live and die without having someone to support me or something? So I'm just showing you this thing so that you can see how to think when you're trying to create a digital product. All these things have to go or have to be taken into consideration for you to actually be successful, right? If you just go ahead and say, okay, I'm just going to create a product, you might end up creating something that nobody is interested in right here, right now. So now you can see poverty and financial instability, gambling addiction, debt and bankruptcy, domestic violence, child abuse, family estrangement, LGBTQ issues, gender dysphoria, coming out experiences, infertility struggles here again, pregnancy termination, childhood abuse, traumatic experiences, post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, and a lot of things right here, right now. So like literally, I'm just showing you guys how to think. So I think that in this video right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for the infertility niche right here. So you can see how I used AI to do the thinking for me, to make everything fast, to look through and see, okay, what are the things? So you could literally take your time, spend time on this, because this is going to, if you think on this, it's going to give you a lot of ideas. You could literally create something for men with erectile dysfunction. That is men who can't get their thing up, you know. You can do something for ladies with acne, ladies with beards, you know, all those insecurities. You need to sell this type of stuff, because when you sell this type of stuff, people are going to buy because they are literally going through that thing every single day, right? So these are things you have to think about. And I also want to mention here that some people are going to tell you to sell things you're passionate about. And I want to tell you that that is a lie. Take this advice from me. I've made a lot of money selling things that I know nothing about. I don't know anything about those things. I have like an entire YouTube channel about celebrities. Those celebrities, I don't know them. I don't care about them. If they die tomorrow, I don't care. But I did the simple math and I see that, okay, 1 + 2 = 3. If I make a video about this guy, he's popular, his fans are going to be interested in my video. They're going to watch my video. I'm going to get a viral video. I'm going to make a lot of money from YouTube ad revenue. And that is the psychology behind it. I'm not making the video because I have a love for the celebrity or something. I'm making the video because I see it as a business opportunity. So you need to be thinking like a businessman, not like an emotional being, right? I know we are all emotional beings, but like you have to remove your emotions when it comes to business. And I'm not saying you shouldn't follow your passion. You can follow your passion, but when it comes to business, if following your passion is going to lead you to bad business, then don't follow your passion. Go and do business. Sell things that people need. Don't try to sell your passion, right? And yeah, now that I've actually made that point to you guys, we're going to go ahead and choose one right here. So for me, I'm going to choose infertility right here in this video, right? Because I know that infertility is a big problem for people. So now we've actually used AI to do the market research. So now we're going to go in and do even deeper market research and try to figure out, okay, this thing that I found now, are there people actively interested in this thing today, right? These are things you should ask yourself right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and open up another tab right here on my laptop screen. And when I open up that tab, I'm going to come to the browser here. So when I come to my browser right here, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to search for Google Trends right here. So when I search for Google Trends, you can see the first one right here. So you go ahead and click on Google Trends. And when you click on Google Trends, it's going to literally bring you to this page right here. So you can literally go ahead and go to this bar, put in infertility, and then click on Explore right here. So when you actually click on Explore right there, it's going to load up this thing right here. So when it loads up this thing right here, what you're going to do is you're going to look at the interest over time. So you can see that, okay, people are searching for infertility here. And this is looking like this because I have my country right here. So just go ahead and click on where it's going to put your country and click on worldwide because we're looking for worldwide data. And you can see that all around the world, steady for years, people have been searching for infertility. Now, this is how to statistically prove to yourself that, okay, there's people out there who literally can buy my stuff. Right? There's people who can buy my stuff, right? Now, I would like to mention here that I wouldn't recommend you going into a health niche like this, like something like infertility, because it's kind of controversial. So probably going for something less maybe like acne or teeth or mouth odor or, you know, those kind of things is going to be better because those kind of things are like less issues that still create a lot of insecurities in people. Right, so going for those kind of niches would be better, but I'm going for infertility in this video because it's just an example. I'm not trying to make money off of this. I'm just trying to teach you guys what to do, where to go, and point you guys in the right direction. So I'm choosing infertility right here, right now. And now that you've seen that right here in Google Trends, you can scroll down here. You can see the interest by region. So you can see that people in Brazil, United States, Canada, Russia, Australia are interested. So this is proof that this thing has interest from all around the world. And at this point right now, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and do even further market validation. So to do that one, you're going to have to go ahead and search for Google Ads right here. So when you search for Google Ads, it's going to pull up this one right here that says get customers and sell more with online advertising. So you go ahead and click on that. So when you get to the Google Ads platform, it's going to look like this on the inside. So when you're here, you're going to go ahead and click on where it says tools. And when you click on where it says tools, go to where it says planning, click on that, click on keyword planner. And like I said, we're not here to run ads right now. What we're here to do is to use the keyword planner tool, which is a tool that Google has provided to its advertisers to use to actually find what keywords people are searching for and how many people are searching for them at every given time. So when you're here, just go ahead and click on got it, and go ahead and click on where it says discover new keywords. So click on here where it's going to have your country, click on X, click on save, and then come here and paste infertility click on enter to see what Google is going to show us about infertility. So by doing that search, we can see that if we click on X right here, just by searching for the keyword infertility, Google has shown us 763 keyword ideas available. Now at this point right now, you can see that this thing literally has a lot of audience, And I'm talking about this because you can see right here, you can see 10,000 to 100,000 people searching for this thing every month. 10,000 to 100,000 people searching for IVF costs. That's the thing that people do when they're not fertile. They do IVF. Male fertility tests. 10,000 to 100,000 people. Fertility tests for women. 10,000 to 100,000 people. IVF near me. Fertility specialists near me. 10,000 to 100,000 people. Fertility doctor near me. Now, this simply shows you statistically that there's a lot of people interested in what you're trying to create. Now, like I said, this is an example, right? Don't go and try to create something that you don't know anything about, maybe like fertility or something, which is like a controversial topic. You don't want to do that. Like I said, this is an example. You have to think, you have to do your own research with the things I've shown you and find your own niche. Like I said, this could be mouth odor. This could be getting a whiter teeth, getting clear skin, clearing your acne, clearing dark spots, right? Clearing fungi on your nails or something, those kind of things that make people insecure, receding hairlines, those kind of things, fat belly, So I'm just telling you this right here because fertility is not a good example, but I'm just using it because it's just an example in this course right here. So looking through these things right here, you can see that fertility doctor, 1,000 to 10,000 people searching, IVF center near me. So this is proof right here. This is proof. You can see male infertility, 10,000 to 100,000 people searching every single 30 days. Like every 30 days, 10,000 to 100,000 people search for this thing. This shows you that, okay, there is audience with proof. So at this point, where you've literally used AI, which is ChatGPT, to do your market research, use Google Trends and Google Keyword Planner to literally validate your ideas. We're now going to go ahead and move on to the next part in this course, which is going to be Module 3. And in Module 3, what we're going to be talking about is planning and actually creating your digital product. In this case, it's going to be an ebook for me in this video because I've chosen to do an ebook. I've chosen the topic of infertility, and I've actually done my market research and my idea validation. And I've actually seen that, okay, people are interested in this thing. And at this point right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and plan and then create. And that is what Module 3 is all about. So in this module, what we're going to be doing here right now is we're going to go ahead and create this ebook. So we're going to first of all plan it, then we're going to go ahead and create the ebook. So I'm going to walk you guys through how I actually create something like this. And mind you, you could do an online course, you could create an app, you could do anything at all that solves the problem, right? I'm just doing an ebook in this video because an ebook is the cost-effective thing that anybody can do, right? It's very cheap to do. You can do it for free if you want. But if you want to get some things designed well, you're going to have to spend some money. Don't worry, I'm going to show you all those things right here. Because like I said, this is for everybody. Both people who have zero money, people who have some money to put into this. And yes, that is what Module 3 is all about, planning and creation. So when it comes to planning and creation, the first thing you're going to have to do is to analyze your competition. You have to first of all see what is out there in the market, see what people have already done, and then see what you can do to be better. See how many sales this book's made. See how many sales the best books made. Try to understand why did this book sell better than this one. Now, these are little things that you have to take into consideration to get yourself to a point where you're almost guaranteed to be successful when you finally start promoting this book, because you've put a lot of thought and a lot of brain work into this masterpiece that you're going to be creating. And don't worry, I'm going to walk you through everything here. So there's a couple of things that I do to actually find this kind of books right here. So since I'm trying to create a book, I can easily go over to Google and I can simply search for infertility books, right? I want to search for infertility books right here. I can go ahead and click on Goodreads. Right here, you can see Goodreads. I can open up that in another tab. You can see clinical management of infertility. We can go ahead and right click on that. So here is someone talking about 10 books to help cope with infertility right here. So this is Amazon right here. So Amazon is a good place to check right here. Infertility, 11 books to guide and help. So we can go ahead and open this one on healthline.com. And I think at this point, we literally have enough resources to look through. So we're going to go ahead and start looking through the things that we opened right here. So you can see that this is goodreads.com. And when you come over to Goodreads, you can see that this particular book right here called All Your Perfects is related to infertility right here. The friend zone is related to infertility. Now, I do not understand this platform. I don't really use this one. Like I said, what I mainly use if I'm trying to create an ebook is Amazon. Now, let me just go straight to Amazon. So going over to Amazon right here, you can see this book here called The Injustice of Infertility, a true story of heartbreak